So after hearing Amir Khan wants a rehydration limit of £10 if he's to fight Kell Brook, Brook put this tweet out. Please, Mr. Brook, don't rehydrate and hurt me. This diva still thinks he's a celebrity and in the jungle, rationing what I can eat. He then tags in Amir Khan and says, I'll weigh in at 147 and then eat whatever I like. Hashtag carnivore, hashtag too shook for Brook. I mean, this don't sound too promising, does it? You want to hear that Kell Brook's like, okay, we'll do the rehydration limit and I'll still smash you to pieces. I was doing the rehydration limit when I was IBF champion, and I'll do the rehydration limit again now. No problem. But instead he's saying, I'll weigh in at 147 and eat whatever I like, which means it don't sound like he's too willing to do this rehydration limit, which is a shame. I'm not blaming Brook for it. I'm not saying Brook needs to and he should, and it's a disgrace if he don't do the rehydration limit. No, I mean, it's a take it or leave it situation. Khan is a smaller man, and he wants this rehydration limit in place so he's not outweighed massively on the night, which I think is reasonable under the circumstances. It's a non-title fight. It's not a catch weight or anything. So I think a rehydration limit is reasonable for the smaller man. I mean, he's not running around saying he's the greatest fighter of all time or anything, is he, Amir Khan? So how high a criteria does this guy, how high a standards are you going to hold Amir Khan to? Somebody recently tried to pull me up about Floyd Mayweather and the fact that sometimes I would criticize Floyd Mayweather's decision to weight drain opponents and all this kind of stuff, but yet when it comes to, and also I'd criticize Mayweather for sometimes picking off weaker champions a few times in his career in certain weight divisions rather than going for the toughest guy. And the person said, why am I not as harsh on Canelo for doing the same thing, for example? Well, Canelo's not running around saying he's the greatest fighter of all time. Floyd Mayweather was. When you're going around saying you're the greatest of all time, you have to be held to that standard. You have to be compared to some of the greats of all time. Some of the guys who are the contenders for greatest fighter of all time, and see if they did what you were doing in terms of picking off weaker champions, or whether they were actually achieving much greater things and taking much bigger risks, you see? So with somebody like Canelo, he ain't calling himself the greatest of all time, so you don't have to hold him up to such a high standard. And the same with Amir Khan here. Amir Khan's not a world champion. Kell Brook's not a world champion. It's a non-title fight against a smaller Amir Khan who's not even calling himself the greatest fighter in British history, never mind in the history of world boxing. So, smaller guy wants a 147-pound fight against Kell Brook with a rehydration clause. I don't see what the problem is. It's take it or leave it. If Brook don't want to take it, that's fair enough. If he feels that his body would be too depleted, no problem at all. It's just a very straightforward situation as far as I'm concerned when it comes to this rehydration limit. It's just whatever both guys feel comfortable with. If they can't come to a mutual agreement, yeah, it'll be a shame, but I can't really blame either one of them, to be honest with you. If they can't agree on the rehydration limit, I can't blame either one of them on that, because I can totally understand why Khan would want it as the smaller man against a huge welterweight, and I can understand why Kell Brook wouldn't want it, because he's been struggling at the weight for so long. So yeah, hopefully Brook will change his mind and will get the fight, but if he don't, I respect his decision anyway. So let me know what you guys feel in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out.
Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.